as far as the eye can see. On your marks, get set, go. It's going to be a mad dash to get across this busy street. And the pedestrians that are walking don't have a chance. E-bike caravan. AM in China. See this? All these e-bikes and motos lined up here on every sidewalk in this street here in Fujian province. But what happens when all these people get cars? Consider what would happen. You'll get traffic jams a lot worse than that out there. And no relief in sight, because although the Chinese can build infrastructure like no other, there won't be enough lanes to accommodate all of these new car owners when the time comes in the next decade to 20 years. So what's the trend in e-bikes in China? Well, you've got these jobs here, which are basically bicycles with a hub motor on it. You still got plenty of people riding these old bikes here, which is the old style standard bicycle with the standard bell that they ring. And that's rusted out. That's an oldie but a goodie, and they even got the cover on the seat there. So they're getting maximum cost per kilometer with that thing. You get a lot of these new age hipster bikes that are colored with neon bright colors, and they're usually either a hybrid or basically like the old 10 speeds. And then of course you get the big deluxe e-bikes, but not as many today. TailG right there. TailG is a major company in building e-bikes, and they're among several that are popular in China. But I don't see any of the big boys here. There's probably some, like here's a full-size like e-bike, you know, with the hand warmers and the lights and the compartment in it. A little more expensive, a little more comfortable to ride. I don't know about durability per se, but there's another one right there. It's got mud flaps on the back of it, as you can see. This gentleman pulling up here has got one with a removable battery cartridge that basically you can take it off, and inside that cartridge right back there with the key, you've got 5 battery cells. And then you've got this one here with the cute little Transformers sticker on there. It's an oldie, but it's got an add-on compartment in the back and then one inside of it, and that's got some miles on it too. But that's it basically. You get a variety of e-bikes, different costs, different sizes. Here's a collapsible one, folds in the middle. You break it down and it cuts in half. You can take that on the metro system or even on airplanes, really. Fold up the e-bike, bring it on the metro train, get off, unfold it, and you're ready to go. It's so lightweight you can carry it on your back because the frame is made of aluminum alloys and every other component is lightweight. The tires are very small though, so for a big guy, not a good idea. But this one looks like a mother and the kid. They got adapters where the kid will ride in front next to the handlebars, and that's kind of cute, although there is no safety harness or helmets for kids here, and you would be aghast to see some of the parenting moves with transportation here in cars and on bikes, where the kids just left to dangle in the face of danger. And that's it. That's the variety of bikes usually that will sit outside of any shopping mall in most cities in China. And then you have customized e-bikes like this, which are all designed for younger crowd that can trick out their bikes with customized accessories and decals and paint jobs, suspension, extra batteries, bigger motors, better seats, custom coverings, and so on. Even the brakes are better than a standard e-bike, and you get the picture on this. This is just like the hot rods of maybe your dad or your grandfather's era, where the bigger hot rod was cool and you could soup it up, you could modify it, you could do all kinds of things, chrome it out, and so on. Well, for Chinese, it has to do with their bikes and now their cars too, but mostly the really younger crowd likes to customize their e-bikes rather than customize a car, which is a little too expensive for them to afford at a younger age. Here's the insides of a e-bike. That's a full-size bike, and right down there you can see as part of the controller, it goes right back to the hub motor, and in the front next to the fork there, that's the battery compartment that's taken off right now. There's at least 5 batteries that are in there that go to the controller and drivetrain back to the motor, and that's how it's done most commonly. Actually, there's 6 batteries in here in this compartment, and right there's a plug, and this just comes right off. Comes right off the bike. It's got 2 brackets. Comes right off. Inside are 6 batteries wired together, and then you can charge it. Simple. Okay, e-bike charging in action. The coins have been put in. In this case, it's only about 1 yuan more for more time, but you can see right there the amount of power that's going into these bikes, and there's 2 lines coming off it for 2 e-bikes, and that'll tell you all you need to know right there. And you can sit here at the newsstand. You can go inside and go to a restaurant or coffee shop, let your e-bike charge up, and you're ready to go. Okay, the chargers, the power converter packs here, they're kind of big and bulky. Most of them are, but that's what you got to kind of live with if you're gonna charge these things up in a hurry. And you just plug them right in, and they charge up. And right here you got a just standard outlet, and you got an extension cable going back into the realty office, and everybody's crowded around and plug in and charge up, and they do so at their houses too. Now, some of these e-bikes that are more deluxe are kind of nice because they've got USB outlets on them. And the USB outlets, they can plug in their mobile phones and charge them through the e-bike, and they can do all kinds of things with LCD readouts on them now too, where they're programmable, and you can have a LCD screen in there, so you could actually be watching TV show or movie or whatever MP4 on the e-bike as you're riding it. Kind of scary though. In cold weather climates, a lot of the e-bikes have these hand warmers, and sometimes the handlebars themselves are heated if it's a more deluxe model. In addition to the hand warmers, they've also got these capes, or these pillows right here, and these things wrap around and they cut down on the wind shear. If they don't have these blankets in front, some people turn their coats around backwards and wear it backwards to cut down on wind shear. But that's kind of like the cold weather edition of the e-bike.